Happy Friday, everyone. Today is August 22nd, 2025. If you're new here, I'm Melissa. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. And if you've been here for a while, I'm glad to have you back. Wanted to post a update today. It's been a little bit. I did post one last week. School has started back. My son was sick the first couple of days of school that he started, but he is better and at school this week. My weigh-in last week was 255.5. Today I am 255.5 again. So no loss, no gain. I will totally take that. Last week I had lost 2.3 pounds to bring me to the 255.5, and I was pretty amazed and shocked that it dropped so much in 1 week, but happy and thankful, of course. Just to be in those mid 250s now has been amazing and phenomenal for me. I'm hoping to get to 250 in, by September 22nd. That's when I have my ankle surgery. So I would love to be 250 by then if I can. But I am not upset, like I said, about a no loss today. Wasn't a gain either. And I am just honestly very happy to be in the middle of the 250s. So I will take that as no loss this week. Totally fine with that. So that brings our total still to 74.5 pounds lost since February 2024 when I started my GLP-1 journey. I was at 330 pounds. Now I'm down to 255.5. I thank you for those people that actually have been commenting or sharing their journeys as well on our channel. It is wonderful to see where you all are in your journey and just connect with each one of you. It's truly just something special when we can reach out to each other, even in this world of technology, and just be there to support each other. So I appreciate that and hope that you are okay this week. Hopefully you have a win or two this week, no matter how small. I feel like no win is too small in my opinion. So I did just want to talk briefly, really quick, about something. Two things, I guess. One, I have still been kind of in a more closed off mindset lately. And when I say closed off mindset, I mean just kind of my brain has just put up a wall and closed myself in for a little bit. I'm not sure truly if there's one thing that's really going on or not. I am on anxiety medicine and depression medications already. I have been for a while. I started talking with my therapist again about 2 weeks ago. And, I just told her yesterday, I said, I'm just having a very blah kind of day. And there was no rhyme or reason for it. I think we all get those. And sometimes I guess it's my brain's way of saying, stop, you are going way too fast on things, and let's slow it down because your body can't keep going at that kind of pace. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So I'm glad to be talking to my therapist, but it's also a struggle because on those days where I'm having those very blah days, as I'm calling it, I don't want to talk to anyone. So it's nothing personal with anyone. It's just, I feel like it may be just me being overwhelmed and my brain is trying to protect itself. So I know that quite a few of you have watched Fit for TV, the Netflix documentary on Netflix this past week. It was very informative, enlightening, I guess I should say. And looking back, I used to watch that show and found it very interesting, and I was one of those people that were cheering those people on. But that was a long time ago when it first started, and looking at it now, when I know that I had such an eating problem, and I was probably 403 pounds at that time when that TV show was going on. It really hit me hard to see that the contestants were having this whole big like table full of nothing but junk food, and they had to move it with their teeth for a game of some kind. And I got to thinking, I'm like, this is horrible, very degrading. And seeing it now, since my eyes have been opened to, oh my gosh, I had such a problem, I had no idea about the food noise just taking over my life. Looking at that from the perspective that I'm in now, you feel so bad for those people, because that is literally their biggest temptation. And as you know, with obesity, it's not something you can stop on your own. Everybody, you know, we've tried, we fail. That's why we're on GLP-1s, right? That was just so demeaning and degrading, embarrassing. And it's like you're teasing people in a way. Oh, here's this, you know, this awesome, you know, candy-filled snack or pie or whatever it is. They can't help themselves. They are desperate. That's why they were on that show. They were desperate to be healthy. And you can't blame them for that, right? Because we've all do things when we're desperate to be healthy and to lose that weight. We all know what a struggle it is and how we fight every single day. And to see them working out 8 hours a day, guys, that's not realistic. It's not. And I just got to thinking, why did I ever think that that was sustainable? And I guess I didn't think about that at the time when I used to watch the show back when, because back then I couldn't acknowledge that I had like an eating problem, you know, and you don't know how to stop, and everything's just kind of glossed over, if that makes any sense. But to see them working hard 8 hours a day, and you know what I saw was missing is, you know, I'm going to say it. For those of you who've been around, you know I'm going to say it. Behavioral health therapy. There was no therapy to discuss your relationship with food and to work on it, to come up with different things that would stop people, or hopefully help to stop them from reaching for those bag of chips or the cupcakes. They didn't work with them up here. They talked nutrition with them, but I don't feel like it was enough. And of course, we're only seeing parts of it, right? And we're seeing the parts that they want us to see. However, when a lot of the contestants gain the weight back, there is definitely something wrong. First off, why are we having trainers train people that they have no experience with? Bob and Jillian both said they had never trained obese people, never worked with them. Why would you sign up for something like that if there's a bug in my car, you guys, and I'm keeping my eye on it because I don't know if it's got a stinger. But why would you train people that you have no idea what is going on with their bodies and in their head? You did a disservice to them. those people were desperate to be healthy. And you led them down a path of unrealistic expectations, unrealistic ways of keeping that weight off and getting healthy. And you deprived them of knowledge and just a whole plethora of mind-changing behaviors that could have helped with that. It could have been a more supportive show where everyone's kind of like in a group session and they're talking about these different triggers that they have. Okay, now how do we overcome these triggers? Now, what I found enlightening was that at the very end, there were several of those people that had gained, and at the end they cut to, as you know, they're on a GLP-1 now. And they can tell a difference, and they look good, they look healthy. They are not being held down by food anymore, because those people on that show should all be on a GLP-1. Let's be honest, they are severely obese. They are severely almost at the end of their rope, right? Those people should be on a GLP-1 now. But the people that ended up speaking out that they were on a GLP-1 at the end was awesome. And I'm proud and glad that they did it, because you know what? We still have that stigma of, you're on a GLP-1, you're cheating. No, we're not cheating. That comes from someone who has clearly never had obesity and never been in our shoes. And they don't know what it's like to wake up every day and all you think about is food 24/7. They have never been in our shoes where they wake up every day and they cannot wait to get started on eating, and eating is the only thing that gives them pleasure. And they're obsessed about the food. They are the people that shout out that we have to use our willpower. It's not about willpower, folks. It's not about willpower. It's not. There is something up here that we cannot fix and control on our own. And with the help of GLP-1s, we now can. It's not about willpower. It's about our biology, folks. Saying all we need to do is diet and exercise, that ain't it, bruh. Because you know what? Newsflash, we've all done it before. We've done the diets. We've done so many diets. We've also exercised. And either it comes off a little bit, or it never goes away and it stays there, and you're beating yourself up trying to figure out what the heck you've done wrong. And you're not losing the weight. And you're thinking you're a total failure because even you can't lose weight. That show just was so eye-opening in so many ways. And, you know, the people that were able to keep it off, that is fantastic. And that is a huge, huge victory, because to me, I wouldn't have had the willpower to shut up my head about it. I feel like my head has been the stronger voice and the loudest and the most controlling. And now that they're doing the GLP-1, some of those people, they feel great. They look great. They look healthy. So I would be curious to hear what your thoughts are about the documentary. Am I seeing it wrong? Do you have a different perspective on it? I would love to know. I will be having another interview with Brittany next week on Tuesday. We're going to film it, so it'll probably be out late next week. And I am going to try to interview Brittany over here. So I have never done that. hopefully we can stay on course. She's so much better about that than I am. She and I talk, and we could be talking for hours and hours and hours and still have tons to talk about, never run out of anything to talk about. So we will have her on. I will work on trying to train myself on the platform that we're going to use to do the interview. But I'm really excited. For those who are not on Brittany's channel or have come from Brittany's channel, I'm really excited for you to meet her. She is an amazing person. We have so much in common from our past, our traumas. Currently, she's my closest friend, and I just think the world of her. So I'm excited that you guys will get to talk to her. And yeah, so I do plan to make another update, hopefully sometime early next week if I can. I also will include a few pictures here at the end of how my week was. I went to a awards dinner for Mary Kay. And for those people who are going, Mary Kay, that's for old people. No, it's not for old people, it's for everyone. And I had recently become a new consultant and had reached a milestone in my early journey that I just started a few months ago, and had a beautiful pair of these earrings in and got those at the awards ceremony. And then us ladies just had a great time talking, and then we went out on one of our leaders' boats, and it was just such an amazing, beautiful night. It was hot in Kentucky, but it was just so beautiful, and the sun was setting as we were in the boat and we were going down the river, and oh gosh, it was beautiful. So I'll include a few pictures here at the end and a little video so you can have a little bit of that experience with me, because it was just too amazing not to share with someone, and too beautiful not to share. So I hope everyone has a really good weekend. Let me know your thoughts about the Fit for TV documentary on Netflix, if you watched it, or if you have any thoughts and comments about The Biggest Loser, anything else that you're going through on your journey, or your updates that you want to share. I would be happy to celebrate those with you, or any challenges that you're having. We'll talk again next week. I hope that everyone has a really good day today. We'll talk soon, okay?